Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, Gachagua was in a funeral in Kiambu County, and he got an opportunity to respond to some of his critics. Remember, we have had a discussion about Gachagua has been impeached, but we have never witnessed a protest from Mount Kenya region against the impeachment of Gachagua. The question has been, why? That is what people have been able to question, including some of the supporters of Uhuru Kenyatta in Mount Kenya. They've been asking that question. Why no protest? How come that there's no one coming in to make some noise as Gachagua is being chased from the office? Gachagua got a chance to respond to that. So I would want us to check in one of those videos and the response from Rigathi Gachagua. So I want us to check into that story because it's very interesting and it has a significant meaning also. But before we go deeper into that, I have a very humble request to you. I have been there running a program to raise some funds to help a church. And earlier I was in that church. I helped them to, they had started a church building, a new one. They have been in a muddy building for the past 20 years. So they had started the foundation, but they reached on the lintel and they don't have money to complete. So I personally helped them to fix the lintel, that's the beams. Then I also helped them to get the frames. They needed about 150 pieces. So I managed to help them have that. Now the problem is that they need iron sheet, 75 pieces, but they don't have money to do so. So my grandmother asked me, why can't you ask your friends to help us? And in response, I told her, okay, you come and tell them this. So she's here requesting for your support. And if you're attached with this story, you can channel in your contribution through the number that I'm going to display on the screen. Hi guys, now today I'm here with my grandmother and I have been visiting their church. She has been really requesting me to try and help so that they can finish the construction of this church. Kuna vile wamekwama. So leo nikasema nitakuja nimwambia ongea na nyinyi ili na nyinyi pia msikie kama mnaweza guzwa pia mwasaidie ili waweze kuweka roofing kwa hii kanisa. Tumejaribu sana, tumejaribu kuweka linde ilikuwa imesimama, and pia tumeenda tu pia tukapata frames zenye nataka fix, but they don't have iron sheets na hawana pia milango na madirisha. So ningependa pia wasalimie, awaambie majina yake, alafu pia waambie mwenyewe. Unaweza kusalimia?
Naitwa Stureh na huyu ni mjukuu wangu. Mwambia aongee na nyinyi marafiki yake, mtusaidie kanisa kujenga na mapato. Hakuna mapato. Kama mtusaidia, tutaomba Mungu abariki.
Now, if you're in a position to support this program, you can kindly send in your contribution on 0708340092. We've been able to raise 11,300 Kenyan shillings, and we're still going. We'll be closing the program on 10th of November. So kindly support. I know you're going to do so, and I want to thank all the people who have been able to send in their contribution. I had mentioned their names in the previous video, and I will keep on mentioning those who will come in to add on the previous list. Now, thank you so much, and let us go back to our discussion. First of all, I want you to listen to this statement, then the response from Rigathi Gachagua, and our views after that.
Alikuwa anajua Rigathi hawezi mobilize. Rigathi cannot mobilize. Saa hii kesi yake inaendelea. Ni Wakikuyu wangapi umeona wakifanya maandamano? Wewe niambie, ingekuwa ni Raila Odinga anakuwa impeached, wewe ungekuja Nairobi? Ati Raila Odinga impeached at the Senate, na wewe unakuja Nairobi? Wewe unaweza kuja? Lakini Rigathi anakuwa impeached, Wakikuyu ndio hao wanauza huko. Wako katika mabiashara yao na wanajifanya jioni wanaenda kwa Kameme na Inoro, wanapiga simu na modesho wito leo. Wacha ujinga. Kama unapenda Rigathi ungefanya maandamano. Rigathi, hakuna Kikuyu amependa Rigathi kiasi ya kwamba atawacha biashara yake kwa sababu ya Rigathi. Hiyo ni kuoneshana Rigathi has no power. Raila Odinga akikuwa impeached, hiyo ni national holiday ya wiki mbili. Sahau biashara.
Now, Gachagua in his response is that for him and the Mount Kenya region people, they are peaceful. They don't go to the road to protest. They don't go there to light fire and burn the road. To some extent, maybe Gachagua was not aware that huenda anajaribu kuashiria mambo fulani kuhusu jamii zingine. But I can tell you, this is in response to Raila Odinga's side and his support. Of course, you will see majority of people from Nyanza and Western, they will be protesting, especially from Nyanza. But as of late, I've been watching how the protest has been always in Nyanza, Kisumu especially. Anyang' Nyong'o has done a great job to educate the people when it comes to protest, how they should do. And the issue of burning tires on the road is no longer there. The issue of, destroying infrastructure is no longer happening. But they still organized for their protest. So Gachagua is responding. In his responding, for them, watangoja tu, wapime hewa, alafu wangoje to respond in the next subsequent election.
Unajua kuna watu walikuwa wanasema na huyu Rigathi Gachagua hana wafuasi Mlima Kenya, mbona watu watoki kwa barabara, hawakishi moto, hapigi kelele. Hiyo si tabia yetu. Sisi si watu ya kwenda barabara, sisi si watu ya kuwakisha tairi, sisi si watu ya kupiga kelele. Sisi tukiona tunanyama, iko siku tunafanyanga vile natakika. Ile mtu yomulenyo osho uriko mukira ki moyomererie twahurirwo ni muthungu tukiomereria tutire twariganirwo tukihurwo ni moi miaka 24 tutire twariganirwo ona maya tutirigane mutumie mukireki mucoke mawira muthenya wake amani uri kinya katiguo na niye gikeno giakwa ri wajumbe mumeona siku hizi ambayo nafasi kuongea kwa sababu ile tabia mfanya pale bunge imekasirisha raia.
Now the question is, how true is Gachagua's statement, and what about the statement from that guy from Mount Kenya region as far as the issue of watu wa Gachagua wakuja waandamane? Now here is my view. Number one, William Ruto went for Gachagua, and in Gachagua he had a candidate who was not that much strong. But again the question has been, who was the strong candidate in Mount Kenya? Ruto weakened all the strong candidates when he went to Mount Kenya region, especially with his money. and he targeted the churches in Mount Kenya region. He made himself the king of Mount Kenya, and he had the power to appoint anyone in Mount Kenya to become his running mate. Not Mount Kenya region having a leader who has emerged that Ruto cannot bypass to appoint another person. So everyone was weak, but Ruto was strong there. That's how he managed them at the first place. So he can go for anyone. Kithure Kindiki, Gachagua, hata angesema Ndindi Nyoro bado ingefanya. Hata angesema Martha Karua bado. Because already he had camped there for a very long time and he had used the political party. Ilikuwa UDA kutoa watu wengine that were powerful like the former Kiambu governor and the rest. So akakuwa ndio the most powerful person. Another thing he did is that he used the same people in Mount Kenya, kina Kimani Ichung'wah, even Rigathi Gachagua, to weaken Uhuru Kenyatta and other leaders. And you know that story we've been sharing here, what Gachagua was able to do to Uhuru Kenyatta. And now Uhuru was that weak. He kept quiet and he allowed them to go through what he had already told them earlier because he saw it coming. Those are the tactics that Ruto was using in Mount Kenya. Such that even if we have a protest today, no one is bothered because there's no strong leader in Mount Kenya. All of them were weakened at the first place. So in this, Ruto achieved this goal. Imagine if it was Raila that, like what this guy is asking, what will happen that Raila is being impeached? Ile maandamano ya kwako, maandamano makubwa sana. What about Kalonzo Musyoka? The same thing will happen. Yatakuwa maandamano makubwa zaidi. Gachagua asiseme ya kwamba watu wa Mount Kenya hawajui kuandamana. Wanajua kuandamana. For example, when Maina Njenga was being arrested in trumped up charges, kila sana kuwa arrested, we saw youth coming on the road in huge numbers, protesting. The biggest problem is that Gachagua, together with these other leaders, bought into Ruto's, way of politics. Actually, it was a trap. That vijana ambao wanaandamana Mount Kenya waliwaita mungiki when they were not, including wakati wa maandamano tu when the cost of living was high. They were branded the mungiki. Then they became the target of the government, a way of silencing them. That was wrong. So Mount Kenya can protest. They can lead a serious protest. But actually, this government has also put us in a situation whereby hatuna nafasi ya kufikiria mtu mwingine. We just think about ourselves. Cost of living is very high. Hakuna nafasi ya kuandamana kuhusu mtu mwingine. Nafasi iko ni ya kujitafutia kile cha siku. So people are busy on their own businesses because hakuna time ya kufikiria mambo mengine. Economy imekuwa mbaya. The social is not working for anyone, anywhere. So people are very busy elsewhere in their own businesses. But the other facts I've told you, Ruto weakened everyone in Mount Kenya. He used some leaders to fight other leaders. That's why there's no specific leader in Mount Kenya as of now who can give a direction. Tuko na Gachagua ako hapo. Uhuru Kenyatta still is a de facto leader. Wameanza kuletea Kithure Kindiki. Tumeona akina Kimani Ichung'wah and the rest. So that dilemma is also a big issue. So going forward, Mount Kenya have to understand when they want to engage with the other leaders in a political arrangement. Kwa nini wasikuwe na chama vile Uhuru aliwaambia? Kwa nini wasikuwe ndio hao they have someone that no one can come to the region and bypass to make a choice of a running mate? Hata kama ni opposition ya kusema prime CS, hata kama is unconstitutional. A political lesson to take home. But Gachagua's message is that tunawaona na tunapanga. Next time, in the next election, we will make a resounding political direction. That's a warning to William Ruto.